drugs and alcohol, the fast lane to nowhere, with your host, Maurice Mosley.
The problem of drug abuse in America is enormous. It's been called the Black Plague of the century.
I started drinking and I started taking drugs because I wanted friends, and I wanted to be cool and have people to say, yeah, that's Brian Lindorman, he's cool, he got high with me, or he gets high, or that kind of stuff.
Nobody ever sets out to become an addict or an alcoholic, but it happens every hour of every day. Young people turn to alcohol and other drugs for many reasons. They want to fit in, to be accepted, to escape loneliness, rejection, or other emotional pain. Or maybe they do it just to be cool. Our society even encourages it. Television and movies makes alcohol and drugs seem attractive. A child will see alcohol consumed 75,000 times on television before he or she reaches drinking age.
I found myself out in ditches before that I didn't know where I was, didn't know how I got there, didn't know how to get home. I did a lot of ecstasy at first. I started doing a lot of ecstasy, and I stole a lot of money from my mom. I spent, sometimes it got up to more than $100 a day just on, just buying ecstasy and stuff like that. And if not, I would sleep around just because if I did, then I'd get it for free. The guys would give it to me if I did things with them, so I would do it just so I could get the drugs.
For as you become dependent on drugs to give you a false sense of joy and happiness, the drugs are also damaging your brain's ability to produce those good feelings naturally. And that's the vicious circle that addicts and alcoholics must face every day.
If I could start all over again, I really would. I would, because he can go through so much pain and so much hurt.
Drug users, I would say, like the living dead.
I would tell people that use drugs, I'd say, stop before you get into it, because I wish someone was there to tell me before I started.
If you're having problems, work through your problems without doing drugs. That's something I got to say, because it don't get you nowhere doing drugs. You just end up worse in the long run.
A lot of these activities we were doing were doing them at church. We would do them behind the church in the parking lot. We began doing them on visitations for church, activities on the bus. And I know that without God and basically teaching me the right from wrong, and knowing that without Him I cannot stay sober and I cannot live a happy spiritual life. And that is something that I really desire, and something that I've been living for the past 3.5 years. And I do it day by day with His help, and praying to Him with my problems and letting Him be there to coach me along.
The young people in this program have suffered tremendous pain. They wasted years of their lives on drugs and alcohol, but they were willing to talk about their problems in order to help you. I'm asking you to learn from their mistakes. Say no to drugs and alcohol.
And if you are already involved with drugs or alcohol, then stop. Get help now. Talk to your parents, your youth leader, or your minister. Don't waste your time, your talent, and your energy on drugs. But most of all, don't waste your life. Quit now, before it's too late.
Well, now you've heard the experiences of these young people with drugs and alcohol. My prayer for you is, don't let their stories become your story. I personally have had the tragedy of standing beside the hospital bed of my own father and watching him die in an alcoholic coma. I know firsthand that drugs and alcohol are the fast lane to nowhere. Remember, God has a better plan for your life.